I felt this comment literally to my core and my soul because I relate to it so much. And I'm just going to speak from my personal experience and what it means when someone is just so incredibly obsessed with their aesthetic and it takes over their life, because I was in that person's shoes. Like, that was me. And now looking back on it, pretty much 10 years later, it was not worth it. None of it was worth it. And the reason I'm saying this now 10 years later is because my priorities have significantly changed. So when I was living this lifestyle, I was in my early 20s. So that's the only thing that really mattered to me. And now that I'm in my 30s, I could freaking care less about being shredded or show ready or always dieting, because my priorities have significantly changed. And if you're questioning yourself right now, then that's telling me that your perspective has changed and your priorities have changed. And that is absolutely normal. You're human. You're entitled to change your priorities because of your own personal life experiences. So just because someone is in the height of like their bodybuilding career, or they're in the height of everything revolving around fitness, doesn't mean that one day they're going to wake up just like myself, who thought I was always going to be 13% body fat. It doesn't mean they're going to wake up one morning and say, F it, I just want to be healthy. Because that's what happened to me. If you haven't seen my stories yet, or like binge watch my TikToks, what happened to me was that I was so tired of being 13% body fat, being miserable, my hair falling out. I didn't have a cycle for 2 to 3 years. Everything revolved around my aesthetic and everything revolved around food, and I had disordered eating and binge eating habits. And it wasn't worth it. I woke up one morning and I was literally crying, telling myself, I just wish I could eat like a normal human being. And I think that once you get to that point, that's when you're going to realize that you just want to have a healthy relationship with yourself, and most importantly, food, because food is such a huge component in our lives. Like, we're around it 24/7. And if we cannot have a healthy relationship with something that is around us 24/7, I mean, think about it. The second we wake up, we go to the pantry, we go to the kitchen, there's food. The second you leave the house, you're on the freeway, there's billboards of food. There's fast food places. It's literally around us all the time. Whether we go to work, whether we're at a friend's house, we're hanging out with friends, we're hanging out with friends and family, like, food is everything. So the second you decide that you're tired of depriving yourself and you care more about health and being in a healthy body fat percentage, that's when your world changes and your priorities just change overnight.